this whole gun control thing. The reason that this really suddenly was an urgent issue was because there was a mass shooting in, an upscale part of Chicago, and there were some people that were killed, and that is a tragedy. And the people that did that need to be held accountable and brought to justice. But here's the reality, though. Also in Chicago, just this past weekend, 30 people were shot, 6 fatally, in shootings across Chicago.
Is that a typo? Did that say Kabul, Iraq?
No. It's really Chicago.
Oh, it says okay.
Yep.
Right. I just want to make sure.
So just this little summary here. According to the Chicago Police Department, 30 people were shot in 27 separate incidents between 6 p.m. Friday and 11:59 p.m. Sunday. They were included 2 18-year-olds who were killed in different shootings on Sunday. Yeah.
I got a call.
The news is fake.
That's false, man. They got gun laws in Chicago. There are no guns in Chicago. So how does this work?
I
do
don't
people
know.
shoot if there's not guns
I
in
don't
Chicago?
know. But it's interesting. The guns they do have, none of them are assault weapons. These are all handguns.
And we're not asking for the libs to change their focus onto handguns either. But
No.
it's
Don't
funny.
misinterpret that. It's just I find it interesting that the day in, day out violence that occurs in all of these major cities. One, they don't talk about it, and two, the weapons that are used are the general run-of-the-mill common handgun. It's not the dreaded black assault weapon, the black rifles and all that kind of stuff.
With all the bells and whistles.
With all the bells and whistles.
Now, I think that's part of it, and part of it is the perpetrators and the victims, if they don't fit something that the woke crowd can rally around to push these gun control laws, if those victims and those perpetrators, how many? 30
people shot
over the weekend. If those people aren't in the upscale neighborhood or in the high-end parts of Chicago, then they're not going to get the same sort of support from these wokesters.
Yep.
That somebody like that lady that you're talking about that got shot, all of a sudden everybody rushes to, hey, we got to do something. We got to do something now. Get that law passed through, even if you have to cheat, lie, and steal to make it happen.
Yep.
But
absolutely, and the senseless violence that occurs all the time because of bad policy and bad conditions that the people have to live in because of all those bad policies. I mean, some of this stuff, just in one incident, an 18-year-old man was killed and a 17-year-old boy injured as they attempted to purchase a pair of shoes from a social media marketplace seller during a meetup. The teens were parked in the vehicle around 2 p.m. The seller took the victim's money and then produced a handgun and fired shots striking the victims. The 18-year-old was struck in the chest and pronounced dead. The 17-year-old was shot in the right elbow and hospitalized in good condition. Another 18-year-old man was killed just before 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, being shot in the 1100 block of West 77th Street. He was struck by gunfire and rushed to University of Chicago Medical Center, where he was pronounced deceased.
I feel like the first one is justified if they were Air Jordans.
That could be.
So I think that one we can.
That might be. There could be some truth to that. Moments earlier, at 7 p.m., a 35-year-old man was shot in the face. He was taken to Stroger Hospital in critical condition, but later died of his injuries. 36-year-old man was killed Friday night following an argument in the 300 block of North Hamlin Avenue, and police said there was a verbal altercation at a gathering around 10:30 when someone pulls out a handgun and fatally shot the victim in the chest. A 32-year-old man was killed in a drive-by shooting just after 3 a.m. Saturday. Nothing good happens after 2 in the morning. In the 5300 block of West Atgeld Street, someone inside the black sedan fired at the victim as he walked on a sidewalk. 25-year-old man died after he was shot in the stomach Saturday in the 1200 block of West 73rd Street. He was inside a residence in the area just before 6 p.m. when someone shot him. He was pronounced dead on the scene. So this violence occurs. All of that was just last weekend.
I was just going to ask you, is that for a whole month? It's
No.
for 3 days?
That was
2.5 days?
2.5 days. It's crazy. And this isn't unusual. It just happens all the time.
Right. Good looking out on that. It's upside down world we live in, for sure.
I hope you've enjoyed this clip from the Craig's Gun Channel Random Shots program. The program airs Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On Random Shots, we discuss content from ranging anything from preparedness, survival, politics, firearms, basically anything that's 2A related, with sometimes some rabbit trails and things that aren't related at all. If you enjoy this type of programming, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when we release new content. And if you like it, hit the like button and share us if you would as well. It helps the algorithm and helps the channel grow and helps get our message out. So I guess until next time, stay safe.